Hey, I'm Steve Mineta here in rural Vermont doing the junkyard crawl with a 1976 AMC Gremlin. And the Gremlin came out in 1970, was built through 1978. 671,475 were built. And with that said, this is one of them right here, of which those cars, only 40,994 had the 304 V8, which is pretty rare, pretty cool option. Do we have it here? I kind of doubt it. Let's open the hood and find out. Before I do that, by the way, here's an AMC ad right here from 1970. We started a small car revolution by coming out with American Motors' first company, the Gremlin. And there's right there. If you had to compare with GM, Ford, and Chrysler, what would you do? Well, make the Gremlin. With that said, under the hood of this is going to be the 6-cylinder engine. And the money on this thing here is that the Gremlin competed with the Pinto and the Vega, but the Pinto and the Vega were not available with a 6-cylinder engine. It was strictly 4-cylinder cars. Gremlin was always 6-cylinder, unless you had one of those 40,994 V8 cars. This ain't one of them. This has the 232 six-banger with 135 horsepower, almost twice the power of a stock Vega in the day. And this one being 1976, the first year for the round turn signals seen on 76 through 78. We see the vestiges of the impact absorbing front bumper right here, been sawed off. That arrived in 1973. And these cars were basically AMC Hornets with a truncated tail. Let's go around and check that out. And before we go in, this is collectible automobile right here. Most recent issue, April 2025. But inside, we find some sort of what-if Gremlins. And Dick Teague was a stylist of these cars. And here's some dream vehicles, a Woody, as it were, a station wagon, a hatchback with a pull-out tail. Kind of a cool little what-if. The Voyager, never made production, but kind of a cool show car that inspired the AMC designers to think further. And this is another AMC ad right here for the Gremlin. And here you have the Vega, the Pinto, the Comet, and the Maverick, or similar cars, but this is the Gremlin X right here. The X, of course, was a performance-oriented Gremlin with better wheels and, of course, better suspension, and the graphics on the thing pretty cool. If you see Gremlin X, they're kind of sexy and desirable. This ain't one of them. It's just a basic car. And transmission choices in these things were automatic or the 3-speed manual on the floor, which we see right here. And there it is, the 3-speed manual, clutch pedal where it should be, manual steering, manual brakes, very basic car. But the Gremlin's party trick was around the tail. And before I open this, this is an AMC Hornet right here. This is basically the Gremlin's front clip was used from basically the Hornet, same basic bones, but from the windshield back. The Gremlin has this, a liftable glass hatch right here. Now, they never had a hatchback on these things. They always only had this. This doesn't come down, unfortunately, but with that said, this is the hatch, and you can fold the seat down and put plenty of cardboard or plywood, whatever you want, surfboards in this thing, and hit the beach. And again, here's one of the impact-absorbing bumpers, new for 73, ugly as heck, but they were federally mandated. You had to have it. And the Hornet also had them, too, starting in 73. You can see right here in the front of this Hornet, there's the bumper. And you can see the unsightly filler panels right here that were needed to fill in the space between the inner fender, the valance, and this thing here. Basically, plastic does the job, but it hides the struts that are inside of here to absorb the impacts at 5 miles per hour. And this has, the struts. Speaking of struts, here they are right here, still working on this thing here. They're spring-loaded, kind of cool, still functioning. I don't see Gremlin X. With that said, this one here is beyond hope of salvation. But there's plenty of these things still around. And in fact, back in Arizona, Mesa, Arizona, Randall Rambler would put 401s in these things if you wanted. There's probably 20 or 30 of those things built. And this is not, again, one of them, but a 401 Gremlin would have been a tiger by the tail, short wheelbase, 96-inch wheelbase on these things, and getting sideways in one of those 401 Randall Rambler AMX or AMX powered Gremlins would have been fun and frightening at the same time. That's the story of the 76 AMC Gremlin, basically a Hornet that's been truncated literally and figuratively. So if you like this video, be sure to subscribe to the Steve Maggs YouTube channel and come back tomorrow for more Junkyard Crawl. Thanks for watching.